Hello everyone, welcome back to Farm Simulator 22. We're back here on No Man's Land with Grober Games. So as you can see, we're still out here harvesting in the month of October. I decided I wanted to make one more pass around this field just because it seems a little hard for us to make the full swing around without getting close to the trees and stuff. So I figure we'll take one more full pass around the field just to make it a little easier for us to turn in and out of the rows and onto the headlands. So that way we can just make ourselves a little bit more efficient. But right now, like I said of last episode, we're planning right now we're going to finish this whole cornfield ourselves just because I really want to run this combine ourselves for a little while. And we're going to see about trying to get all the grass silage knocked out today. If we don't get it knocked out today, we're definitely going to get it knocked out tomorrow for sure. And we're going to have to work on getting our starting to get fall tillage started tomorrow as well, is kind of what my main goal is, just because I thought about starting some of it today, but with everything going on, we just don't have the time to get the fields outlined. There's maybe one field I could send the helper to work on, and that's just that middle field over there, which I might actually, when I get this last pass done, I might actually jump into the Kubota and get the helper going on that, so that one's ready to go. The far out cornfield right now, I think we're gonna plow that first, and then we'll haul manure on it, like the actual manure, not the slurry, on it after we get plowed, so that way we can see where we're at after the winter months. Because I think we're just gonna haul all our solid manure out on that field and make it a little easier for us, just because, like I said, it's a little closer to the farm, and I'm planning to put sorghum all over the place over there next year. As of right now, just because I think after we get the sorghum harvested next year, we're going to plant canola over there as well, so that way we have a little bit of a way to try and get rid of quite a bit of our manure, because I'm starting to get a little paranoid, and I haven't, with us obviously needing a new planter this season, we're not going to have the funding right now to put up the slurry tank extension for the farm. Otherwise, that'd be the way I'd be going right now. But for now, let's get a helper going on that. Oh, I'm guessing I didn't. I guess I still have the tractor canceled out for teleporting too. So we'll just jump in the Kubota here quick, and we'll get a helper going. I don't see any reason to worry about turning the thing off, so they should be able to. It's a pretty straightforward field. I imagine it'd be pretty hard for them to screw it up, so. But we're going to get them started now, so that way we at least have one field done, because we're going to have quite a few cornfields to rip through this year for fall tillage. But I think we're going to jump in the time lapse here shortly. Let's get them started here. There we go. Like I said, I don't think they should have any real issue. Oh yeah, they'll be fine. Okay. I'm going to let them finish that out quick here. There we go. I'm going to go get this hopper dump, but we're going to finally jump back into the time lapse here. And we'll see you guys towards the end.
I don't wanna feel this good just 'cause you called last night. I'm not that girl. I don't wanna dress up for you and be a toy. I'm not that girl. No, I'm not that girl. You got
whisper fractions from the heart. Still believe the words you said. Run around in an empty space. Behind every door I see a face. Wet with tears is my pillowcase. I believe the words you said. There's no way to conceal it. I still carry you around.
All right, everyone. I think this is we're gonna start wrapping up today's episode. It was quite a long haul. I honestly didn't think we would get everything finished like I thought we would. So I decided we're gonna come out here. I think we're gonna do enough passes so that way when we start tomorrow, I can just send a helper right away to start working on this field and get it all knocked out already. I got the Kubota hooked up to the slurry tanker, like I said. So I finally made an ultimate decision on that hayfield. We're gonna hang on to it. And what I'm thinking is we're gonna go out there, apply a load of slurry. I went and got a load out of the barn already because it was getting dangerously close to overflowing out of the barn. So I wanted to get at least one tank out of there, and we're gonna use that. We're gonna apply that to the hayfield tomorrow. And I'm planning on what I'm doing with that hayfield for now is that I'm planning on us just what I was gonna say. We're gonna cut it one more time in the spring, and then we're gonna sow something else into it. I'm not sure what yet. I haven't really decided. I'm kind of leading that up to what we have for manure at the time, because believe it or not, we have I want to take the combine home quick before I can keep continuing. But believe it or not, we have an overabundance of manure. I didn't think we would. I figure we would always be running a little short, to be honest with you, of manure from the farm to apply to all our ground. But we're at an extremely good abundance of manure right now, which is not a bad thing because we still have the BGA we can go to, even though I'm gonna do my best to avoid that. I'm just gonna drop the header over here for now, because we'll need to wash everything up. But back to what I was saying, I'd rather not feed it into the BGA unless we absolutely have to, and if we do feed it in there, I am definitely gonna be putting whatever that money generates into an actual slurry store extension for us. So that way we'll be sitting good for now on the storage side of that stuff. And I was just thinking, I didn't really talk too much at the beginning of this episode, but as I was chopping in the dark, I kind of remember I think it's been about 5-6 years ago. It was back when we first got into dairy farming again, and I can't remember what was going on. My parents were going to a concert that evening, I believe it was. So my brother and I and our neighbor who did custom chopping at the time for us, we ended up chopping most of that day, and then we stopped to milk, obviously. And we ended up, after milking, the weather was still perfect. Like the grass silage wasn't getting tough or anything on us, so we actually ended up chopping through the night. We were still chopping by the time my parents got home from the concert, which was like 1 in the morning, which is kind of absurd time for us to keep going chopping yet, but the weather was perfect and we wanted to get it done. And we ended up I think we finished at like 2 in the morning. Yeah, I think it was about 2 in the morning we finally finished chopping the last of the silage and getting it put into the bag. And we ended up sleeping for only like 2 hours, if that, and then ended up getting up the next morning and milking right away again. Just because my folks already had us planned on us milking already, because they were going out to the concert and such. So it just kind of got me to thinking of how many times I've had super long days like that, and it's just crazy to think about anymore. But like I said, we're going to wrap up today's episode. If you enjoyed the episode today, please give it a thumbs up. It really helps out the channel. If you're enjoying the content, please subscribe so you can stay up to date to the latest series. Above all else, I hope you all have a wonderful rest of the day. And most of all, thanks for watching.